The Lunar New Year holidays are in full swing, and TaiwanPlus has got you covered for fun things to do in the Year of the Dragon. Why not visit southern Taiwan to see a giant lantern dragon? Or for something a bit smaller, take a peek at this artist's miniature zodiac sculptures. How about visiting the theatre for a majestic mixed reality show? And no Lunar New Year reports would be complete without Taiwan's favourite game. Hello and welcome to this Lunar New Year special show here at TaiwanPlus. I'm Reece Ayers. If you're flying into Taiwan this Lunar New Year, your celebrations could kick off at the airport. As Tiffany Wong reports, tourists entering Taiwan during the holiday period will get to take a special decoration home with them.
Happy New Year!
Greeting travelers with well wishes for Lunar New Year. For the first time in 4 years, Taiwan's largest international airport is holding a special spring festival event, teaching new arrivals the art of calligraphy.
It's my first time, and I'm very happy to have this.
Meant to bring good luck and prosperity, these decorations can be found on many buildings in Taiwan. Now, travelers can take a piece of that tradition with them into the new year.
希望所有的旅客都能够享受到这个体验到写书法的快乐。毛笔拿起来的话，你知道写的字怎么看都怎么好看啊！那尤其春联挂在你的家，你的家就跟人家不一样。
And with the help of these masters, these first-time calligraphers will surely have a show-stopping piece to bless their homes, wherever that may be. Alex Chen and Tiffany Wong for TaiwanPlus.
During the break, why not check out some Lunar New Year themed local art? Miniature maker Chen Fengxian recently made a tiny gold dragon statue to add to his Chinese zodiac series. Our reporter Yujing Huang put his art under the microscope.
A dragon sculpture that only comes to life under a magnifying glass. This is the latest addition to Chen Fengxian's Chinese zodiac series. A renowned master of miniatures in Taiwan, Chen has been creating these tiny animals for 6 years. Goat pigs, chickens, and goats. Each one represents a Chinese zodiac sign, and each piece takes months to craft.
这一件是 那个鸡的全家福哦，爸爸妈妈3个小孩，还有蛋壳哦，这件全家福的感觉很幸福。
But Chen says the dragon has been the most challenging yet.
有时候雕了龙须，雕好了，但是我雕龙角的时候，一转个所谓的方向，龙须碰断掉了，所以说一直的在失败，一直的在所谓的克服困难。
Chen has worked with miniatures for decades, having explored all kinds of unconventional mediums. He's used ants' heads and bees' wings, taking inspiration from a classic martial arts fantasy novel. But as someone who used to do engravings on Taiwan's banknotes, he particularly enjoys making portraits.
是往前梳的，有点飘逸的感觉啊，还有他的脸庞啊，大头大脸的那种感觉。
It's former U.S. President Donald Trump, carved onto this rice grain around the time he was elected in 2016. Chen says these portraits are a unique way to mark historical events, like these bricks, documenting Taiwan's just concluded presidential election.
我雕了3位总统候选人啊，那这3位总统候选人呢啊，各有他的所谓的特色啊。
Having navigated a wide range of mediums and materials, Chen has high hopes for his gold series.
黄金是一个永恒不灭的素材。我从事艺术这么久了啊，那也想朝这个永恒的这个方向去打造出一系列的作品。
Miniatures don't get as much exposure as other art forms. But Chen says he plans to continue on his solitary path, challenging himself for as long as he lives. Patrick Chen, Peachy Zhang, and Yujing Huang for TaiwanPlus.
If that dragon was a bit too small, here's a bigger one for you. Taiwan's annual Lantern Festival kicked off in January with the lighting of a massive dragon lantern in the country's south. The dragon lantern in Pingdong County stretches for 200 meters and is 15 meters tall. It's accompanied by 35 installations spread across 3 areas. Performers helped launch the celebration, which runs until February 25th. If you fancy checking out something artsy, a theatre group in New Taipei is combining traditional performance with modern technology to bring old stories to new audiences. I was lucky enough to experience this experimental type of theatre firsthand. Leaping, flipping, and singing among the crowd. This technological Taiwanese musical smashes through the fourth wall and puts the audience right in the middle of the action. This is Flying Goddess, a new immersive theatre experience that tells traditional Chinese legends through a mix of mediums, including 360-degree projections that transform the theatre into a living, breathing world. But performing alongside virtual characters brings new challenges to the actors.
期待当然是因为像这样子沉浸式，然后我们到这个空间里面，我们可能对于画面，然后跟舞台上一定会是完全不一样的。那我们会重新在里面做调配跟设计。
By interacting with the elaborate animations, the cast bring to life mythical beasts from Chinese folklore and recount epic tales of love and war. One story even warns of the disastrous effects humans are having on the planet. Bringing together a range of performance elements and integrating them with technology was core to director Wu Xingguo's vision.
但是我们有太多好的作品在全世界演过，那么有我们很多丰富的经验，然后我们把这一些整个集合起来放在一个科技里面，我觉得这个创举是未来的。
The team behind Flying Goddess are hopeful that performances like theirs can attract people young and old, and inspire a new kind of theatre that makes the audience a part of the story. From mixed reality theatre to the movie theatre, why not catch a film over the holiday? One of the biggest cinema hits last year was a recording of a live concert by Taylor Swift, with her fans flocking to see it. Our reporter Tiffany Wong went to see what Taylor Swift made them do.
Taylor Swift. She's one of the world's biggest pop stars, and now Taiwanese fans of the US singer can see their favorite star on the big screen. Swift has brought her Eras Tour concert film to audiences here and over 90 countries worldwide.
Welcome to the Eras Tour.
Swift has never performed in Taiwan, and her closest live performances are in Japan and Singapore next year. That's why one Taiwanese fan club held a watch party to give fans here the real Taylor Swift concert experience, or at least as close as they can get.
I love like a red carpet and like premiere thing, and so I think it'll be fun to host an event like this. So the fans in Taiwan can have the experience of what it's like to be at a Taylor Swift concert. Yeah, everyone can like scream and just dancing, whatever they want.
These Swifties, as the singer's fans are known, spent days making friendship bracelets to exchange at the event. And of course, there were the outfits, representing different eras of Swift's music.
我今天是 Reputation 时期的 Taylor， 然后就是有耳环、项链，然后跟他的 Reputation 时期的裤袜跟 bodysuit。
这是我今天早上才画的，然后这是 Taylor Swift You Belong With Me MV 里面的衣服。
Fans were encouraged to dance during the film. At the start, many stayed in their seats as they sang along, typical of many pop concerts in Taiwan. But a few songs in, something changed.
It was completely different. The first time I was at another cinema and everyone was like quiet. They just sit there and watch it, just like other normal movies. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to sing, but no one's singing. What should I do? So this time it's just amazing.
The founder of artist promoter Taiwanese Waves says concert goers in Taiwan have their own set of unspoken rules to show respect to artists.
I tend to find Asian audience are more reserved in a way. So I think in general, people are just very into the music, into the concert, but in a very intense way. But I do think younger generation now, they're more open to be active and be loud at shows. I think from my observation, they have the courage to dance along and sing loud at shows.
But there are no rules when you show up at a Taylor Swift viewing party like this, except to have fun and sing your heart out. And fans here are more than happy to do just that. Whether it's the power of Swiss stardom or a generational change, to these fans, it doesn't really matter. After all, they'll hold on to the memories from this night for years to come. Luffy Lee and Tiffany Wong in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
If live performances are more your thing, why not start the Year of the Dragon by getting your drag on? Drag shows have been getting more popular over the last few years across Taiwan. And just before Taiwan's elections back in January, I went to watch 4 drag queens put on an election-themed performance in Taipei. Check this out. Is Taiwan ready for a drag queen president? This audience seems to think so. At an underground venue in Taipei, drag queens take to the stage as political candidates and lay out their policies. No, these queens aren't really running for office. They're parodying what they see as the farcical nature of election campaigning in Taiwan.
Election culture in Taiwan is basically a huge drag show. There's so many different aspects. First of all, there's always big trucks blasting out music, telling you that you should vote for them. Everything is so extra. So I wanted to play with it because drag queens are just absurd, and then politics are also absurd.
But behind the wigs and makeup is a serious message for voters.
It's so important, actually, not just this election, any chance you have to vote, you go out and use your vote.
Drag has long been an art form of protest and parody, and drag performers often find themselves at the forefront of rights movements. Originally from the US, Elia Heights, known out of drag as Ellery, has been living in Taiwan for over a decade. Elia has seen several elections and referendums come and go, and has seen firsthand how democratic participation from the LGBTQ+ community can have real effects on policy.
I've been in Taiwan for 11 years, so a few elections, local ones, and the presidential elections. I've been to a few rallies, been to a few protests, and seen a lot, and was here for same-sex marriage being passed, which was a really, really exciting time. A lot of people in the gay community were super involved in helping make that happen.
Voter turnout in Taiwan is usually high, with some presidential elections pulling in more than 80%. And as one of Taiwan's most divisive elections draws nearer, these drag performers want to make sure their community continues to make a difference and heads to the polls.
We want it. If you can vote, all of you, go vote.
Coming up, put those extra holiday pounds to good use in the sumo ring, escape awkward family conversations with some video games, and stimulate your brain with a Lunar New Year favorite. Stay tuned.
Is coming back.
Soaring into the Year of the Dragon. TaiwanPlus.
Welcome back to this special Lunar New Year show. I'm Reece Ayers, letting you know how to have a roaring good time in Taiwan during the Year of the Dragon. Coin collectors here lined up to get their hands on special Year of the Dragon coins. Every year, Taiwan's central bank releases unique coin sets to mark the zodiac animal. The sets of commemorative coins cost just over $60 and just 90,000 sets were minted. The dragon is the most powerful sign in the Chinese zodiac and is associated with good luck and prosperity. That means this year's coins sold out quick. If you're looking to work off those extra pounds you put on during the Lunar New Year feasts, why not try your hand at a less conventional sport? You may be surprised to know that Taiwan has a sumo scene, and last October, wrestlers were gearing up for the 24th Sumo World Championships in Japan. Sandy Chi went to see them train.
Crashing together and grappling their way around the ring. These are Taiwanese wrestlers practicing the 1,500-year-old Japanese martial art of sumo, a sport that combines strength, speed, and mental discipline.
快很准，然后冷静，因为他比赛的时间很短。那你在比赛前，你要先想好跟对手你要做什么样的动作，然后开始的时候你要马上反应出来。
我觉得就是相扑这个活动，其实它算是一个蛮瞬间爆发力的，而且很吃临场感。
Unlike professional sumo wrestling, the annual World Sumo Championships is an amateur event, and both men and women can take part. Men began competing in the event from 1992 and women in 2001. Here I am at a sumo wrestling training center in northern Taiwan, where 17 Taiwanese wrestlers have gathered here to gear up for the Sumo World Championships in Tokyo this month. The competition is expected to attract entrants from 28 countries. Taiwan's team is made up of amateur wrestlers aged between 14 and 35. All have backgrounds in judo and wrestling.
脚力跟柔道的摔的方式就很雷同那个相扑这样子。对对对啊，就是他们本身就是会有摔的动作啊、推的动作跟拉的动作。
Many of the wrestlers come from Taiwan's indigenous people groups.
我是原住民啊，我们那个部落有一个摔跤的习俗，海祭摔的习俗，然后就有这个底子在。
But coming together to train isn't easy. There's only one sumo training center in the whole country, and many have to go to work or school on weekdays.
我平常是做物流，那就是有搬重物的时候，我就拿一个重物，然后跑去没有人的地方就练深蹲这样，然后或者是扛重物爬楼梯这样。
For some young wrestlers, such as 14-year-old Wang Juezhong, who has been training for 7 years, the championships offer a chance to overcome their fears.
一开始要撞出去的时候，是会有阴影，就是不敢撞，是撞到头骨，然后有点痛。
Despite the challenges, Team Taiwan believe they are capable of making the top 3 in all weight divisions. And these wrestlers are ready to give their blood, sweat, and tears to show what they've got in the ring. Scott Huang and Sandy Chi for TaiwanPlus.
From physical sports to virtual ones, the Asian Games were held in September last year, and for the first time ever, the multi-sport competition included esports as an official category. Leslie Liao went to meet some of the Taiwanese team, hoping to bring home a medal.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or PUBG, is a wildly popular video game. It's a battle royale that's generated billions of dollars in revenue. The game's objective is simple. Dozens of players occupy a map and eliminate each other until only one is left. For the first time ever, competitive video gaming, or esports, will be featured as an official event at this year's Asian Games, which kicks off in Hangzhou, China over the weekend. PUBG is one of the titles that will be contested, but the rules of the game have been modified to level the playing field for all participating teams.
这次亚运模式改成的就会是以竞速竞赛的方式去进行。
But PUBG's shooting components are still there.
可能你在路程中是会有加速靶，让你更快的可以到达这个第一个城镇。
Taiwan is sending this 6-person team to compete in PUBG at the Asian Games, 4 players and 2 coaches. These players spend 9 hours a day practicing as a team, and they're constantly thinking about the game's mechanics in their head, so they need to be dialed in the entire time.
我们上班时间就是从早上11点到晚上的8点这样。每天就是固定的上班时间，然后来这边，然后做亚运的练习这样子。
While teamwork is a vital component to success in PUBG, the team is practically silent when they practice. That's because their chemistry is fine-tuned to near perfection. In fact, a lot of the time, their communication is nonverbal.
默契如何？一个眼神，一个动作。
就是把我们原本制定好的路线，然后该打什么，就是尽可能把它打好。
我们要就是做好保持的状态，因为我们平常训练的都训练到了。
With the games just days away, the team is feeling optimistic about their prospects.
前3跑不掉，我觉得前3跑不掉。
And they say there's only one other team at the competition that stands in their way of winning gold.
一定会是中国队。
他们上一次在澳门那边打的感觉，就是总是比我们快一点点。
If they can get past their rivals, they'll have a good chance of success and making history as one of the first Asian Games esports champions. Leon Lian and Leslie Liao in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
At the end of the Asian Games, that team of esporters brought a bronze back to Taiwan. Pokémon lovers, including myself, rejoiced in December as the monster collecting franchise opened its first official store in Taiwan, with a dragon Pokémon as their official mascot. Some fans proved their dedication was the very best by lining up overnight ahead of the store's opening day. Leslie Liao went to check that out too.
Hordes of people line up outside a department store, but this is no midnight movie line. It's the night before the opening of Taiwan's first Pokémon Center, devoted to merchandise from the world's highest-grossing media franchise. The Pokémon Center was scheduled to open at 10 in the morning on Friday, but local fans showed up the night before and camped out, all for a chance to get a first glimpse.
晚上
几点？
对，大概快12点左右。10点左右的时候，其实是更早之前就在附近饭店收到讯息说这边已经有几个人来排，所以我们就赶快过来。
The lines grew overnight with people of all ages in line. One big draw was the chance to get an exclusive gift.
想买到徽章还有悠游卡，然后再拿到今天限定的特典卡。
In order to manage the crowds, staff handed out tickets for entry which ran out 2 hours before the store opened. Unfortunately, not everyone could get in.
好，明天6点再来。太晚了，你要不要凌晨就来排？
Taiwan's love for Pokemon runs deep, and it's likely the center will be packed with Poke fans in the coming weeks. Kama Xu and Leslie Liao catching them all for TaiwanPlus.
No Lunar New Year would be complete without a round of Mahjong. The centuries-old game is popular across East Asia, particularly during the holidays, but one care home in Taipei is using the game to help its residents tackle dementia. I visited a few weeks back to play a few rounds. Mahjong, a popular tabletop game from China, synonymous with socializing and community. In this care home in Taipei, it's now also a form of therapy. The residents here all have dementia, and the centuries-old tile matching game offers them mental stimulation.
Mahjong is a kind of cognitive training for people with dementia. They need to use their brain to think, to remember, and to make decision of what will be the next step.
Dementia is a condition which sees a decline in a person's cognitive abilities, affecting their thinking, behavior, and memory. In Taiwan, about 1 in 13 people over 65 have some form of dementia. Over the age of 80, and that figure grows to 1 in 5. Mahjong is a complex game of strategy, skill, memory, and perception. Not only do you have to increase your own chances of success, but you must study your opponent's moves to prevent them from winning. 1. The game involves 144 tiles and countless possible combinations, stimulating the brain in multiple ways. It's not just Mahjong on offer in this care home. There are video games, handicrafts, and another favorite Taiwanese pastime, karaoke.
唱歌的话呢，其实是可以唤醒他们的旧有的记忆。像我们的 KTV， 它是复古式的 KTV， 很多的老人他们在他们的年代呢，他们是会去唱卡拉 OK， 所以我们希望设置这样的环境，就是让他们记起他们曾经会去卡拉 OK 唱歌。
In addition to offering mental and physical stimulation, care homes like these provide the elderly with valuable social time.
老了，很多身边的朋友也都会离世，那他们接触的东西越来越少。那来这边的话，可以学习到更多的事情，然后交流到不同的朋友，然后像是我们年轻的也可以跟他们交流，然后体验新的事物。
With Taiwan expected to become a super-aged society by next year, care homes like this one will play an even bigger role in making sure the elderly enter their twilight years with dignity. Thanks for joining us for this Lunar New Year special broadcast. I'll send you off with some auspicious footage of a dragon and lion dance troupe performing a traditional routine. From me, Reece Ayers, and all of us at TaiwanPlus, we wish you a wonderful Year of the Dragon.